Okay, welcome to lecture 3.5. Okay, as I told you, I'm going to write out all those terms, the PDD term, PDS, PSS. Here they are. Okay, so you just do the arithmetic, or I don't know, algebra from those previous boards. You get this. Okay, here's the probability that given a crash, two drivers are drunk. This is probability given a crash that only one driver is drunk. There's a probability given a crash on zero drivers are drunk. Okay, and now we can go back as I said, just write out. You've got the recipe for deriving a likelihood function. So this was it. This was the board. And I said this was the data. I suppose that's the first five observations. The likelihood function is going to be the probability that the dependent variable from the first observation equals 2 times probability that the dependent variable from the second observation equals 1, and so on. Okay, so it's going to equal this term here. Okay, all I've done is rewritten it on this board. Okay, this is only the first five observations, but we have it. Now we have all the PSD. We can substitute these terms into the relevant case, and now we have it. We have our likelihood function as a function of our parameters, which are ns, nd, theta s, theta d. Okay, so all we have to do, once we substitute those, we've got it. We've got our likelihood function. Okay, that I'm going to end there. Gosh, this is going to be really, really short. This is going to be lecture 3.5. But here's what I want you to do. I am next going to talk about an identification problem in this. And in particular, let me tell you where it's going. First, I'm going to say, assume we know all the ends, so we don't worry about that. Suppose there's no worry about that. Everything's set. All we're worried about is the thetas. And can we do something similar? What if we multiply all the thetas, both of the thetas, theta s and theta d, by the same constant? What happens to the likelihood function? What I'm going to show you is that none of those p terms change. Any constant we multiply those is going to cancel out. I'll show you that in a second. And therefore, we are going to have an identification problem. Okay, so I will do that in the next lecture, which is in lecture 3.6. Okay, see you there.